It's Big Fat Nerdy Nerd coming back at you with some big back energy. We got Dragon Age to Veilguard. Now, I've been a big Dragon Age fan since the games first came out. I only played through the first one once. I was a kid and I wasn't as into it yet. Then I kind of played like halfway through it like 5 or 6 times, you know. Started playthrough, started a different character. I just love those origin stories. Those were so fun to play. Those were so unique too. Back then, you didn't really have RPGs that started you off with different areas, and it's just really cool concept. Dragon Age 2 was fun. I remember enjoying that as well, but it was very more linear and more simplistic in its storytelling, and I remember just not being as enthralled in it, but I was still captivated by its characters, and each act still had something thrilling about it. And the Canary, I remember you getting to really get to know them a bit more. And then Dragon Age Inquisition, I only played through that game once. It's heavily bloated and there's a lot of side quests, you know, the joke you've spent 10 hours in the hinterlands and shit like that. Like, and I love that they put a lot into the game, but it wasn't a lot of the right stuff, you know, but it was still a good game nonetheless. I don't recall if I actually played the DLC, but I know that Solus turns out to be like a god and he kind of betrays you in a way. And I know we're going up north for this expansion, so I kind of look forward to just jump into this, watch it, see how it is, and see if I like it. See if we see any returning characters or anything like that. I'm always excited because I like the origin characters a lot. The ones from the beginning, like Morrigan, I think is her name, the witch. She was always like one of my favorites. And I like the little dwarf, all dwarfs are little. Varric. I liked him. But I'm sure, I know he's back because I think we've seen him in some of the other videos.
You have no idea what you have done. The blighted elf.
Ooh, this looks cool.
Free, all because you disrupted my ritual.
Ooh, Solus mad.
You battle against gods. They will not rest until you are on your knees.
Ooh, who the hell is that?
Fearful, cowering.
Wait, that?
Helpless in the face of such power.
Hey, that's the dragon Flemeth.
You've got this.
Or the dragon that looks like her that she turns into.
You're clever.
Oh, he looks young.
And you don't know when to quit.
Okay. I love that
to go after the gods.
how Tevinter looks. It looks so cool.
I've got places to look.
Where do we start?
Wow. Nice vista.
A griffin. War, victory.
I mean, this doesn't look bad at all. It's a little more vibrant than the Dragon Age games are, but it still seems kind of dark.
I've never seen this before. There's something kind of exciting about it.
Oh, wait. That's Harding, right? She got she didn't have magic before.
Let the fade draw close.
Oh yeah, wow, this actually looks really good.
Dragon out into the open. Then attack.
You and me, bro.
Like I like the environments. The environments look good.
These are the times in
Oh,
which legends
yeah.
are born or slain.
Our gods are back.
Oh yeah, this Morrigan back. This is gonna be good. That was exciting.
I believe in all of us. So let's get it done.
Now, if she could be a party member, that would be even better. What I think is going to be fun about this is it's going to be a very grand story. You're on a very grand scale. Not that the first games weren't, but I mean, oh my gosh, is that Solus as what's the name of the wolf? It starts with an F. Oh, there's a couple dragons there. Okay, yeah, I might have to do a playthrough to get the lore, get back up on my lore game, because that looked pretty solid, to be honest with you. I didn't think that looked too bad. It was a better trailer than I think that what we've had so far. To be honest, I don't even know if there's been another trailer really. I haven't really been paying too much of. Yeah, there was a gameplay reveal, that's right, and a reveal trailer. But yeah, this was a good trailer. This was good. I liked it. I'm actually kind of excited for it. Some returning characters, of course, and it's gonna be nice because it's gonna connect to the first 3 games. And I wonder if they're gonna. I haven't read too much about it, but maybe like how you can, you know, your decisions still carry on from those first 3 games. I'm assuming they're going to do something to kind of try that up. I remember last time they did that thing on the website for Dragon Age Inquisition, so I assume they would do something. BioWare's always been very good about that. They did the comics for the Mass Effect games. Now that's my series. Mass Effect is my favorite BioWare series of games, and I can't wait to see what they might do with this 5th one, but that's a whole nother tangent because we could talk about Andromeda and all that. But this is strong. I don't know, it looks good. Like it's different than the other Dragon Age games. I know there's no party companion, playing your companions, you're playing your character. That's kind of disappointing because it is taking away from what we know of the Dragon Age games and what we've liked about them, but it doesn't mean it won't be fun or won't be like a good game still. So I'm gonna stay open to the fact that at the end of the day, I still trust BioWare to deliver a good game. To me, they haven't pulled what Bethesda has done with like Starfield, and Starfield seemed god awful or just not that great or kind of bland. I actually didn't even play it. And I love space stuff. I love all that. That is my vibe, and I was so turned off by what I saw and what I heard. And normally I don't let reviews like that kind of like dictate if I'm gonna play a game, but the fact that I didn't even want to play it on day one, like I could just tell, right? There's red flags. This doesn't seem, they've taken their time with this. It's been like 6 years. It's a proven IP. All 3 Dragon Age games are solid. You know, some people don't like 2, some people don't like the 3rd one, but I think most people have enjoyed all 3 games to an extent and have really enjoyed the characters through these games. And that's what BioWare is good at, is their characters, their plot, and their characters. The weakest one that we've had recently has been Andromeda, but even then, like if you can let go of the previous Mass Effect stuff and kind of just try to enjoy the world for what it is, it's still a decent game. It's still very fun. The mechanics are still really good, and some of the characters are interesting. Some of your side characters aren't the greatest, like your companions, but even then there's still some stuff. Like it's not horrible. I wouldn't call that a horrible game. It was definitely seemed to be corrupted by maybe some budget constraints or timing constraints. They didn't give it the time it needed. If they would have gave it more time, so they didn't have all those facial animation bullshit thing going on, and maybe they would have fleshed out the Remnant a little more, it would have been a really great game. But it's still good. Like I still have enjoyed BioWare games and I trust them, so I'm hoping that they don't let me down. And I'm very open. I'll be open to whatever changes they have because I just want to enjoy the world, the story. That's what I look for in an RPG. I don't care too much how it plays, whether it's in the style of Mass Effect, either it's a first person or third person shooter, or if it's like Skyrim and it's more a simulation, or it's like Baldur's Gate 3 and you've got real timed turns, events, or if it's like Dragon Age where you can pause it or not, or it's not too, like, all of those are fun in their own ways and the mechanics are important to a game. But I really enjoy these worlds for being just that, a world. It's something to live in. It's something to be in. And as long as the mechanics are good at the end of the day, despite what system they decide to go with, how they decide to execute the gameplay, as long as it's still somewhat fun, it's going to be enjoyable. And that's what I'm trusting. And if it's not, well, I will eat my words up and I will never trust BioWare again. But hopefully, really hoping that they come out with this one. I'm not expecting it to be the most amazing game. I just want it to be solid and enjoyable. It's very hard to follow up these days, I feel like, with some video games, because you've had in the last few years like Elden Ring and Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm still playing through Elden Ring, but I have played the shit out of Baldur's Gate 3, and that game is amazing. And it's like, I want a BioWare RPG to be like Baldur's Gate 3. To me, Baldur's Gate 3 is a BioWare RPG. Like when I played that, I felt the BioWare influence, because they've established the RPGs. A lot of the modern day RPGs are based off of a lot of those earlier BioWare games. I mean, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 were BioWare games. Like they established those tropes and those cliches and a lot of the things that you see today. So you always get a lot of inspiration from them. But to me, Baldur's Gate 3 was like not just a successor to the Baldur's Gate series from BioWare, but a spiritual successor to many BioWare RPGs in that style. They really took those systems that BioWare uses and like just improved on them, in my opinion. Like obviously it's D&D based, and the mechanics are D&D based, but like when it comes to like the story writing and the characters, like that's what gave me that feeling. Those like BioWare worlds fleshed out and all that. So tell me what you think. We'll see what happens. See you then, October 31st.